Even more popular are the adventure games like Super Mario. They tend to have ludicrous plots. Mario is an Italian plumber who, under your control, enters the Mushroom Kingdom to fight off killer turtles and deadly ducks until he can rescue the Princess Toadstool. The kids love it.
Welcome to the Switch 2 podcast. I'm Keith.
I'm Brian.
We got some news to talk about. Also, we'll be going through the original Switch lineup this month. We're going to be playing them throughout the month and talk about the games and give our opinions.
Now, I'm excited to revisit some of these classics.
Yeah, some you didn't even realize were launch titles.
It was so long ago, right?
Yeah.
I forgot all about them. Well, let's get into some news here. What do we got?
F-Zero TV.
Nintendo confirmed some of the free upgrades for Switch 1 games on the Switch 2. ARMS, Captain Toad, Super Mario Odyssey, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Link's Awakening. So there's a few games that are going to be free upgrades. Now, what those upgrades are going to be, they didn't really say. So it could be like better frame rate and faster loading times. So
yeah, that's kind of cool.
The Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, you have to pay for those upgrades. And the only difference for those is really just faster loading, and I guess visually it looks a little nicer.
I mean, I was looking at like the two comparisons, Switch 1 and 2 graphics. The graphics are so subtle that it doesn't make a difference. The load time's kind of nice, though. I want to see what that, like how fast of a load time we're talking about.
Well, especially if you're playing it handheld, like I'm like 99% handheld player.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to look a lot better in hand. I didn't really play Tears of the Kingdom, so it could be good to pay for that upgrade. But yeah, some of these, like I know I played Link's Awakening handheld, and it kind of slowed down a lot.
Is that a pass on buy or pass?
No. I like it. I would play, but if this upgrade is going to make it run smooth,
yeah,
that'll be worth revisiting, I think.
It's kind of like also with Echoes of Wisdom, like that was a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
So
it had some slowdowns, yeah.
So seeing like what they do with these upgrades, definitely worth checking out.
I mean, Pokemon, who knows what these upgrades are going to be.
I stopped with Sword and Shield, so maybe I'll revisit Scarlet and Violet.
Now, ARMS, that's interesting. I thought Nintendo forgot about ARMS.
No,
so to see them updating that, it's going to be interesting.
I'm excited for Mario Odyssey because I own it. I never played it.
Yeah, you never played it.
No, I watched my wife play it and beat it while I was playing the 3DS at the time. An upgraded version, I'm definitely going to be playing it.
I think the games that you're paying for the upgrades, except for Zelda for some reason, but like the Kirby, you have to pay for the upgrade, but it gives you DLC with that.
Do you have Game Builder Garage?
No, I don't even know what this is, really.
It's like you make your own like video game.
Yeah, I never played it. Or Clubhouse games.
The Clubhouse and the Game Builder were two games on my like wish list. So how many of these games do you own? Let's look.
Well, it actually says free updates that may improve performance or add support, such as game share and select games.
So like we could play ARMS together, you know?
Yeah, right. Because I have it, you don't have it, so we can play it together.
Captain Toad 2-player. Is that a thing?
I didn't play the Switch version. Out of these games, I have ARMS, Mario Odyssey, 3D World, Link's Awakening. I think that's it.
Yeah, I only have the Zeldas and Mario Odyssey and Captain Toad.
Some other news, I guess more like rumors. There's rumors that Switch 2 is going to have actual themes for your menus.
Okay.
Because right now it's just the white or the black you can choose.
Yeah.
So they're saying you might get some actual themes, like maybe a Metroid background, stuff like that.
Yeah, Zelda background.
Because right now it is kind of just plain.
Didn't the Wii or the 3DS have something like that?
Yeah, the 3DS. But even just the Wii and Wii U had the Wii U had the little Mii characters running around.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then the Switch is just kind of plain, which I guess people either like it or they don't really like it.
That's not something that's a deal breaker, or something I notice.
The Switch is very plain, and it barely has any streaming apps, whereas the Wii U had Netflix and all these other apps.
You think we're gonna get like Netflix on the Switch too?
I think so. There's only Hulu for some reason of all the apps. Hulu is on Switch. And I think Crunchyroll and YouTube, that's it. I read an interesting article. So the Switch 2 demand explodes in Japan as retailers restrict pre-orders to their top customers.
What does that mean?
So people are trying to pre-order the Switch 2 in Japan, and stores are saying only their best can get it because they're selling out so much.
Wow.
So
how do you know who's your best customers? And
I think Japan does things differently. I think they know.
Is it like a credit score?
Maybe.
Yeah,
like they have a point system or something.
You have to know their name or be a member to their store.
Yeah. So I don't think the Switch 2 is going to flop, despite what people originally thought.
No, there's no way the Switch 2 is flopping. That's false. I mean,
No.
I think GameStop was doing something similar with like multiple accounts, or you're trying to pre-order in multiple stores with your your Game Pro
Right.
account.
They're only allowing one, I'm sure.
Yeah, one per customer.
That's what Nintendo's going to do on the 8th. They're going to open their pre-orders official on their website.
Are you going to try to get another one?
No, I'm going to try to get the GameCube controller because that opens on the 8th.
Does it?
Yeah, for pre-orders. So if you're lucky in that lottery they're going to do, and you're one of the first customers, you could get a GameCube controller.
I'm going to try to get that GameCube controller.
Yeah. I think it's $65.
Ugh, ay caramba.
Luckily, I've been putting money away for this whole Switch 2 thing because, yeah, I was prepared. After they announced the Direct was coming, I started saving up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have a little piranha plant on my desk.
Yeah, it's cool that it could sit in the pipe, or you could take it out and then plug it into your Switch and handheld.
Yeah, with doing
like
handheld.
That. And then the Pro controller, I think I'll get eventually as well. Okay, so we played some original Switch launch titles the other day. Actually, let's go through the list of the launch title games for the Switch back in March 3rd, 2017. So almost 10 years ago, about 8 years now? So obviously the big release was Zelda Breath of the Wild, and then you had 1-2 Switch, Snipper Clips, then you had Super Bomberman R, you had the Shovel Knight Treasure Trove Collection. There was the Square Enix RPG game I Am Setsuna. That was a launch title. Fast RMX, which was always just digital only for some reason. There was a Just Dance game, which I don't think either of us have. No, we didn't play that. And then there was a Skylanders game, which was like, I don't know if you remember, they used to have like toys, and then you would scan the toys into the game. So kind of like Amiibos. But we played Fast RMX, Bomberman, and Shovel Knight. So, we'll talk about Shovel Knight first.
I was excited to play Shovel Knight again. I haven't played that game in a couple of years, and I was flooded with emotions.
Yeah, we played it before it even came out to Switch.
Yeah, on the 3DS actually. That was
the 3DS,
and I think it was on. I forgot. I think PS3
Wii U
or Wii U.
It was on Wii U. I played it on Wii U.
I think
we played it together on Wii U.
Yeah, we played on Wii U, and then when I bought it for the 3DS, I played that game. I forgot how many hours I put in, but I 100% completed it, and I don't regret it.
So you would say it's one of your favorites?
Yeah, that kind of launched me back into that like that indie like 8-bit style, that
That
it's just evolved over the years, and I love it.
yeah, due to Shovel Knight's popularity,
Oh,
that whole genre took off again.
what an awesome game!
But yeah, the Switch version had 4 different characters, and they each played differently. We played a bit of the Shovel Knight game. Co-op, it is kind of hard because you kind of get into each other's way.
No, it was
But,
that was kind of like an NES throwback, when you would play like the old Chip and Dale Rescue Ranger game, or like Contra or something.
Yeah,
Double
no, but
Dragon.
it's still fun.
Oh man,
It still holds up.
it was so much fun. What a killer soundtrack! Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, the soundtrack's great, and yeah, even just the visuals. It looks 8-bit. Looks nice.
It looks great on the Switch. Like, I went from playing, on the 3DS to the Switch, and I was impressed.
Yeah. Now the other characters, there was the Spectre Knight. He's fun to play as because it's more like more platform heavy, I think, when you play as him.
Okay.
And then there was the other characters like Plague Doctor. I forget his name, and he's fun to play because you use like bottles. You throw them and then you could jump onto them.
I didn't buy this game at first, even though I'm a huge fan, because it was digital only. And then by the time it came to physical, I forgot all about it.
Right.
Out of sight, out of mind. And then I was working on so many other games for the Switch, so replaying it, I ordered it on Amazon today.
Yeah,
It's coming to my house this week.
Still holds up. So you think it's going to be your favorite launch title out of those games?
We'll have to see. There's some
see.
other launch titles that I didn't play, and there's others that we're revisiting. So we'll let you know. At
We'll
the
see
end.
we'll see where it ranks by the end of the month. Then we played Super Bomberman R, which was a launch title. You know what's interesting? That case, and these original Switch games did it on the spine. It had like unique text.
Yeah.
It all didn't look uniform. I don't know why they stopped doing that.
Probably money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't like Super Bomberman definitely stands out on the gaming shelf with all the rest of the Switch games.
Right. Yeah, because the text is so different.
Now
but
we played this game a lot on Switch launch,
yeah.
and then it kind of like faded away over time. But again, revisiting it, playing it with 4 players, I had so much fun playing this game. I forgot how good this game is.
Yeah, this game it's pretty chaotic when you're playing with multiple people.
Oh, it's
like
nuts.
we did. It's fun. The single player, when it came out, I remember being so hard. They definitely updated because you used to have to get money to buy the characters,
Yeah.
and you would complete the missions and you get like 200 coins, and a character's 1,000 coins. So I remember that being a pain, but they updated that. But the characters you can buy are really cool. It's a whole bunch of different Konami characters.
Which I don't think they had that at launch, right?
They had a few of them. They had, I think, Simon at launch and Pyramid Head. But yeah, they added a bunch of different characters. They added Xavier Woods. I don't know why.
I have no idea.
I remember when it came out and they had Goemon. I was like so excited. I was like, wow, Konami didn't forget about Goemon. But that was 2017, and that was the last thing they did with Goemon. So nothing ever happened
They
with that.
did give a skin in Smash Brothers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But again, seeing them in Smash Brothers, like, oh, here we go.
Right.
Let's get another
Which
game.
Konami's been doing all these different collections for their games, and they haven't done a single one for any of the Goemon games.
They should.
Yeah, so Bomberman, the multiplayer is fun. There's a single player, but I think when people play Bomberman, it's mostly for the multiplayer.
Yeah, I would want to play it multiplayer. That was...
And it's 8 players, too, on the Switch.
Did we ever do an 8-player Bomberman?
Definitely, I don't know if it was 8, but we played at least 6 players.
We're gonna have to do an 8-man Bomberman one of these nights.
And Nintendo just confirmed Switch 2 is also going to be 8 players. So curious to know what they're gonna have for that. If they're explicitly saying, "Oh, we have 8 players," what are they gonna? I guess Smash Brothers. Right?
Yeah, if you're bringing over Smash Brothers, if you could replay Bomberman, you would hope you could play 8 players.
And then The last one we played was a racing game like F-Zero or Wipeout, Fast RMX. It's a very fast-paced, futuristic racing game, and it looks great still.
Yes, it still holds up after all this time.
Like, visually, it's great. I mean, if you like those types of games, it's the closest thing you're going to get to F-Zero now.
I mean, what's the title has the word fast in it, right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you're doing, is you're going 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, we did multiplayer with that as well. It's not as hard as F-Zero. It's, I think, a little more beginner-friendly, but it is still pretty challenging.
Yeah. I mean, you guys switch the colors and...
Mm-hmm.
You
can switch between the colors to boost.
Yeah.
Interesting concept. And yeah, the sequel is going to launch with the Switch 2, so that's cool to revisit. And Breath of the Wild is launching with the Switch 2.
There you go.
Interesting to get.
Is Bomberman 3 coming out?
That of all the original Switch launch games, that's the one I played the most.
That's the one I played the least.
Yeah, even more so than Zelda. I don't know why I played that so much.
Oh my God. Zelda.
So when I saw that at the Switch 2 Direct, I was shocked.
Bringing it back. I mean,
yeah.
I do know they had a physical version of that game by Super Rare Studios or game company, and it is super rare. I think it's like $100 and something for a physical.
Did you ever buy anything through them?
Super Rare?
Yeah,
I did. I forgot what title.
Yeah, there's so many of these now.
Yeah,
different.
Limited Run was I think the first.
But they take forever.
I think I have another game coming in, and I don't even remember what I ordered. It was how long ago?
I did order the Phantasy Star hoodie. That's supposed to come out in July. Great timing.
Yeah, hoodie in July. Perfect.
So yeah, we played the 3 games. So yeah, not bad. Not a bad 3 games so far.
Do you want to give your opinion, or do you want to wait till the end? Like,
yeah, let's wait till the end.
Okay.
I will say that the 3 we played they're all great games. I would recommend them. I
mean, revisiting these 3 that I haven't played in a long time, it was a joy to play again, and that's something that I want to play again.
Yeah, even Bomberman, visually looked great. They all hold up.
Fun. Bomberman was so much fun. That game could be violent, in more ways than one.
The next segment, we're going to be talking about our May Challenge, where we challenge each other to play a game. And I have a game for Brian, and Brian has a game for me. We don't know what game we're going to get. I'll go first. This is a heavy hitter for me. This one, if we ever talk about our favorite Switch games, this is on the list. It's probably number 2, I think.
Of Switch games?
Of Switch games. Neon White.
Neon White.
This game is, when you're playing it, you're gonna feel like you're playing a Dreamcast game. Like, you're gonna feel like you're in the year 2000, Toonami era, and but when you play it, you'll see what I'm talking about. The music, the voice actor for this main character, it's all reminiscent of Toonami.
Are we getting Spike Spiegel? Is that one?
Yeah. And even the music sounds like those Toonami commercials.
I could say I've never heard of this game, Neon White.
It's a first-person view. It's mission-based, so each stage you can complete in either 5 seconds, or it could take a few minutes.
Okay.
Find these cards throughout each mission, and you can either use them to attack enemies, or you could destroy the card, but it'll give you a special ability. So you kind of have to choose what you're gonna do with these cards. The soundtrack, I think, is probably my favorite soundtrack on the Switch.
What?
Well, if we're not counting Smash Brothers, because that would obviously be the best, I think. But
Smash Brothers is great. Well, you picked another game that I've never played before, which I'm very excited about.
It was a Switch exclusive for a while, but it's on other consoles now.
Okay. So, Keith, now we come to my challenge. And this game is something that I have yet to play, but I want you to play it first.
Okay.
And I think you already know what it is. And it is called Faith.
Okay.
Faith is the pixel horror game inspired by the era of classic 8-bit gaming. So this is made by indie developer Fan Gamer. I think you and Danny Gunpla were the ones that like clued me into this creator. He made a web game called Wind.
Which, yeah, Danny Gunpla played that. I never heard of that.
And
But I just saw like the trailer for this game. I was like, what is this?
yeah, it is. I mean, it looks like an Atari horror game, but I think there's more to it than just that. When I saw the game trail after Danny Gunpla recommended it, I immediately went to the website and ordered it. And it's a fun horror game, so I want you to play this game first and give me your honest review about it.
From what I've heard, everyone that played it online loved it, so it's...
Can't imagine it taking a long time. It looks like there's 3 chapters, hence the name Unholy Trinity.
Right.
But yeah, it's a satanic scare of the 1980s, so good luck with that.
Yeah, I'm going to play it with headphones in the dark, so we'll see how it goes.
In the dark, headphones, no one around you, Evil Dead style. Let's go.
We'll play these games, and at the end of the month, we'll talk about them. All right, so thank you for listening to the Switch 2 podcast. I'm Keith.
I'm Brian.
And stay tuned.
Thank you.